The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I think Rebbetzin Kanievsky, Alav Shalom, she was famous that she used to tell people that if you need a Yeshua, next time you get upset, next time someone says something to you, instead of responding, at that moment, don't respond. Hold back and instead turn to Hashem and say, Hashem, God, I didn't respond. I didn't hurt that person back. It was really hard, and it is really hard. My blood is boiling, and I want to utilize that and give me bracha, whatever the person needs. So there was one story that I just read. There was a principal of a school, and there was a certain boy that wasn't allowed into the school. For whatever its reason, totally irrelevant. For good reason, for not good reason. The point of the story is, not everyone gets into school. This child did not get into school. And the principal, of course, was the one that had to tell the parents, your child didn't make it into the school. And the parents, of course, were calling and this and that. And the first day of school, the father of the boy that didn't get into this school shows up to school. Okay, so the principal tries to talk to him. No address. Okay, so the principal continues. It's the first day and the principal's going around and he's going to all the different classrooms. And he goes into one class and he's busy in the middle of talking to the class. And in the middle of the class, the Rebbe's there, the principal's there, 25 some odd children sitting there. The father of this boy that didn't get in comes barging through, doesn't knock, doesn't wait, opens the door, comes in, and in front of all the children starts screaming at the principal. You're disgusting. How do you not care about another Jew? How do you not let my child? There's no reason he shouldn't get into the school. Screaming and screaming. And the principal just stood there. What's he going to say? And all the kids just stood there, and the father screams and then just storms out. That night, the principal was distraught. He knew he did the right thing by, first of all, not accepting the child. He had spoken to different rabbanim, and second of all, he held his cool, but he was still so upset and he was boiling over. The next morning, he goes to shul. He comes to shul and he meets a friend of his who he knows has not had children for many, many years. And he goes over to that person and he says, I want to give you a bracha. Who are you? Yeah, okay. I want to give you a bracha. In the schos, I didn't respond. I didn't say anything, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to keep calm and cool and not respond. He was still boiling. It was the next morning. Imagine, you're embarrassed in front of your whole school, 25 kids, in front of everyone was talking about it. He was so upset. And that schos, and that merit, I want, Mirz Hashem, you're going to have a child. And as all the stories end, and of course, eventually, let's start believing them. That man had a child. That man had a child. Because that was the merit for Eis L'Daber, for utilizing our speaking spirit in the appropriate way.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org